Welcome back, everyone. Toyshiz here, and I'm back yet again with yet another DC Multiverse video. It's a bit of an early look video, and of course that comes courtesy of my friends over at McFarlane Toys for the purposes of, seeing if you maybe want to pick this figure up. It's the Joker, another Joker, but this one's a gold label exclusive, which already you're like, please don't say Walmart. Well, it's a Walmart gold label exclusive. Oh, come on. This is the Joker from DC vs. Vampires. And if you look at the box, a little something new. If you want to go ahead and scan this code with your phone, right? It's a DCUniverseInfinite.com. Takes you right to it. And you can expect something like this. And at first I was like, oh, cool. They're giving us a bunch of free issues and such. And it's like, no. I just want you to sign up for a bunch of things, you know what I mean? A lot of stuff is blocked, as you can see, but they do have a section that says free to read, so you can read up on Black Lightning, and yeah, you can go to town. Go code it up on your phone, whatever. Anyways, on the back side of the packaging is some really nice artwork of a very vampiric Joker. We just took a look at the vampire Batman, oddly enough, and here's the barcode for when it starts to hit Walmart store shelves, hopefully in and around March. Now, a lot of people do come to me on Instagram. They private message me, how can we find these Walmart exclusives easier, right? Well, the best I can offer at the moment is that keep checking my Instagram. I always post. I'll post links if they go up on the actual website. But there's got to be a way. I've got thoughts and ideas. So Walmart, if you are listening, contact me. Let's make something cool happen here. But I don't want to be accused of any spoilers, but when it comes to DC versus vampires, the Joker dies fairly early. They think he's the king of vampires, and he's not. He has been a vampire every which way. He was a vampire in Convergence. Keep note of this version of the Joker when we look at the figure, wink wink. And the best vampire Joker was in the Batman vs. Dracula direct-to-DVD for the Batman show, where the Joker literally turns into a vampire and just goes to town in a blood bank, and it is the greatest thing ever. If you've never seen that movie, you got something to watch tonight. So, this is going to be fun. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new gold label exclusive for Walmart, the DC Multiverse DC vs. Vampires Joker by McFarlane Toys. And while I got all you blood suckers here, I just want to say thanks so much for always checking out my DC Multiverse videos. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Old toys, new toys, daily news updates. Guarantee you'll find something here that you like. So, the Joker's out of the packaging. His accessory is out of the packaging. Let's give it a little look-see. Now, this is very cool. It's not a crowbar. It's not a knife. It would have been cool if it was a gun. But it's a really cool mallet, and that's a weapon for the Joker. Look at the face on that. That is awesome. I love the way that this thing looks. Got a J on one side. You got a backwards J on the other side. Kind of reminds me of the Superpowers Joker with the big old mallet, and it's green. Couldn't be a coincidence, right? Very well done. I absolutely love this. If you have to give the Joker an accessory that's not a gun of some sorts, yeah, that's the way to go. Now, with the actual figure himself, again, just to remind you, this is supposed to be a vampire Joker. And I would say, yeah, because you told me he was a vampire Joker, but he's not very vampiric. You know what I mean? He kind of just looks like he got beat up. He doesn't really have very expressive fangs. Now, his hands are covered in blood. He's got very vampiric hands, like little nails, claw-like hands. Not the gloves. These are just bare hands. So that works, that adds to it, but the rest of the body we've seen before multiple times. It's basically the comedian Joker and then other Jokers that we have seen. He does have a little bit of blood on the collar. He's like a gray sort of tone, but it kind of just looks like the Joker got his butt handed to him, or he's just going psycho, right? Which would play into the Joker. And I really like it. I think that's one of the greatest head sculpts they've ever done for the Joker. That is the Joker. Like, it's a menacing looking Joker, but in terms of vampirism, you had to tell me that. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh yeah, that's a very monstrous, that's a weird Joker, right? That's weird. The hair is perfect. Black amidst the green, that is killer. Again, in kind of looking at past Jokers, right, the head sculpts are so detailed and the bodies aren't. It loses all that paint where the face gets all the paint and everything else. So if they can kind of mix the two, I think that would be better. The Joker does hold the mallet. I wish he came with 2 mallet holding hands. An extra hand would have been nice. But unfortunately, of course, in the mallet holding arm hand, it's really loose. The mallet is very heavy. Let's just point that out. But unfortunately, like I said, it's a loose arm. It's a little bit too loose when you want to do it up right. You know what I mean? Of course, you can position it all over and get it to where you want it to work. But it's always like in that one spot where you're like, this is perfect. And you go to take a photo and then no. Of course not. Right? But if you want to look at the scaling between Vampire Batman, which is a Walmart Gold Label exclusive as well, and then this new Vampire Joker, yeah, they're fun. That's all it is. It's just, okay, that's a fun, different look for Batman. But Batman is definitely a vampire here. And the Joker, like I said, he's just having a bad day. One bad day, huh? Wink, wink. To look at him against, we'll just pull out 2 Jokers. I mean, how many Jokers have they made so far? But the newest Joker, right? And then one of the Jokers that kind of grew on me with his face is peeling off, the Capullo Joker. You get to kind of see what they've used here and there. But largely, yeah, go with the 3 Jokers and all that. But what's really cool is that you can swap the heads between these 2 Jokers, right? And that's a solid looking Joker. Like I said, this head portrait, not too vampiric for me. You give him a Tommy gun from the recent Spawn 2-pack of Sam and Twitch. That's awesome. That's a really cool looking Joker. You kind of kit bash it a little bit. It's not something I love to do. You could even just leave the head on the Vampire Joker and swap out the gloves between those 2. And yeah, that definitely works as well. Although on the flip side, one that I kind of had high hopes for when swapping out heads, which you can usually do as well for the Killing Joke Joker, it kind of works, kind of doesn't. What do you think? And yes, I know everyone's going to ask, no, you can't swap these 2 heads out. The neck is way too skinny. However, when it comes to Batman, a blue Batman, a normal non-vampire Batman, that looks pretty stellar. I have to say, you could have Batman sneaking up behind the Joker, right? Something like that, punching him in the face. So now that's where the blood comes from, right? You can do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, it looks like almost a normal looking angry Joker, especially right here, holding the mallet, gonna whap Batman in the head with it. And yeah, I just think that looks awesome. Now, we have seen, well, a deceased Joker, right? The McFarlane Toys DC Direct Joker. You kind of see, they're 2 just loosely based. Both of them die very early on in the stories, so just loosely based. And you could also put a deceased McFarlane Toys X DC Direct Harley Quinn with this Joker, and it looks like he's been feeding off her. So you can have some fun with this. Again, much like Vampire Batman, Vampire Joker is just cool, and he's not detrimental if you don't get him for your collection, but he's also a lot of fun at the same time. So that will wrap it up for my look at the brand new gold label Walmart exclusive DC Multiverse figure, the Vampire Joker by McFarlane Toys. And again, thank you to McFarlane for sending this over to give you guys this early look. Again, look for this figure in and around March. You've heard my thoughts. Now I'm curious to know yours. Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything vampires and deceased and Joker. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, now, like I said with Vampire Batman, if they could actually make figures from the actual comic book series of DC versus vampires, well, yeah, I'd definitely be interested. When they do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.